I'm going to preview the 1 seed Arizona versus 2 seed Purdue men's basketball game, which will be played tomorrow, March 28th at 7:49 p.m. Central Time on TBS / TruTv. And I apologize for looking down because I cannot memorize all this stuff. As of right now, Arizona is favored by 6.5. Purdue is 30-8 overall, 13-7 in the Big Ten, while Arizona is 35-2 overall, 16-2 in the Big 12. Obviously, we have to wait and see on the injury report literally later on tonight for both of these squads. I will go over players for both and keys to the game for both. And I apologize if I butcher any names. So, just so y'all know about, let y'all know about that. And obviously, I'm going to start with Purdue here. Okay, obviously the first player to keep an eye on is Braden Smith. Number 3, 6 foot, 170 pound guard as a senior, 14.3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 8.9 assists per game, 2.9 turnovers per game, 1.7 steals per game, 1.6 fouls per game. And by the way, on the blocks, steals, fouls, and turnovers, anything 0.6 or less, I'm not going to go over. Obviously, on assists and rebounds, you got to have at least 2. So, yeah, assists and rebounds, yeah, you got to have at least 2 to even get mentioned on that. So, just a heads up there. 36.1% from 3 on 169 attempts, 82.2% on free throws on 118 attempts. There's Trey Kaufman-Renn, number 4, 6'9", 240 pound forward as a senior, 14.3 points per game, 8.5 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 2.2 fouls per game, 15.4% on threes, but that's on 13 attempts, 64.2% on free throws on 106 attempts. This Fletcher Lawyer, number 2, 6'5", 180 pound guard as a senior, 14.2 points per game, 2.3 rebounds per game, 2.1 assists per game, 1 turnover per game, 0.7 steals per game, 1.1 fouls per game, 43.5% on threes on 253 attempts, 87.4% on free throws on 119 attempts. There's Oscar Clough, number 45, a 6'11", 255 pound center that is a senior, 10.5 points per game, 7.4 rebounds per game, 0.8 turnovers per game, 0.9 blocks per game, 2.7 fouls per game, no threes attempted, 69.6% on from the free throw line on 115 attempts. There's CJ Cox, number 0, 6'3", 195 pound guard as a sophomore, 8.5 points per game, 2.7 rebounds per game, 1.3 fouls per game, 37.4% on free throws. On threes first on 163 attempts. Now on free throws for sure is 84.2% on 38 attempts. There's Daniel Jacobson, number 12, a 7 foot 4 inch, 250 pound center that is a sophomore. 5.6 points per game, 3.1 rebounds per game, 0.6 turnovers per game, 1.2 blocks per game, 1.9 fouls per game, 37.5% on threes, but that's on 8 attempts. 64.4% on free throws on 73 attempts. There's Omer Mayer, 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 and Omer on the first name. And I apologize if I butchered that. 5.5 points per game, 0.9 turnovers per game, 0.8 fouls per game, 35.8% on threes on 109 attempts, 65.2% on free throws, but that's on 23 attempts. There's Jack Binter, number 14, 6'6", 215-pound guard as a freshman. 4.5 points per game, 2.6 rebounds per game, 1.5 fouls per game, 40.9% on threes on 88 attempts, 60.9% on free throws on 23 attempts. And really the last player we're going to mention is Jakari Harris, number 24, 6'3", 210-pound guard as a sophomore, 4.5 points per game. And really, it's just like 0.8 steals per game and 1 foul per game. 34.8% on threes on 89 attempts, 86.1% on free throws on 36 attempts. Now I'll go over Arizona, and I'm familiar with them because, after all, I'm in Big 12 country. Obviously, the first player is Braden Burries, number 5, 6'4", 205-pound guard as a freshman, 16.2 points per game, 4.8 rebounds per game, 2.5 assists per game, 1.5 turnovers per game, 1.5 steals per game, 2.1 fouls per game, 39.5% on threes on 162 attempts, 80.4% on free throws on 163 attempts. There's Koa Pete, number 10, 6'8", 235-pound forward as a freshman, 13.9 points per game, 5.4 rebounds per game, 2.6 assists per game, 1.7 turnovers per game, 0.6 steals per game, 0.7 blocks per game, 2.3 fouls per game, 31.6% on threes, but that's on 19 attempts, 61.9% on free throws on 155 attempts. There's James Bradley, number 0, a 6'3", 200-pound guard as a senior, 13.3 points per game, 3.5 rebounds per game, 4.4 assists per game, 1.7 turnovers per game, 1.5 steals per game, 1.9 fouls per game, 40.6% on threes on 64 attempts, 80.1% on free throws on 176 attempts. There's Montaijus Krivas, Motiejus, number 13, 7'2", 260-pound center. That is a junior. 10.5 points per game, 8.1 rebounds per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 0.7 steals per game, 1.9 blocks per game, 2.6 fouls per game. 30.8% on threes, but that's on 13 attempts. 78% on free throws on 159 attempts. And there's Ivan Karchenkov. Yeah, Karchenkov. Okay. I just want to make sure I pronounce that correctly. His number is number 8, a 6'7", 220-pound forward as a freshman, 10.3 points per game, 4.2 rebounds per game, 2.4 assists per game, 1.4 turnovers per game, 1.4 steals per game, 1.6 fouls per game, 32.3% on threes on 99 attempts, 72.3% on free throws on 94 attempts. There's Tobia Waka, number 30, 6'8", 255-pound forward as a senior, 9.5 points per game, 9.2 rebounds per game, 1 turnover per game, 0.7 blocks per game, 2.6 fouls per game, 45.5% on threes on 11 attempts, 64.1% on free throws on 145 attempts. There's Anthony Del Orso, number 3, a 6'6", 205-pound guard as a senior, 8.8 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, 1.2 turnovers per game, 0.8 steals per game, 1.2 fouls per game, 33.1% on threes on 145 attempts, 83.1% on free throws on 65 attempts. And there's like Dwayne Aristode, number 2, 6'8", 220-pound forward as a freshman, 4 points per game, and really 0.8 fouls per game, 45.3% on threes on 64 attempts. He's made half his free throws on 20 attempts, aka 50%. I'm trying to think, do I really need to go over any more? I know there's like technically one more, and maybe I could go over, and that's really it. It's City Gueye, or Guy, Gueye, number 15, 6'11", 215-pound forward as a freshman, 1.3 points per game, no threes attempted, 63.6% on free throws on 11 attempts. So that's really all the guys right there you need to know for both. Unless this game turns into a runaway freight train. And obviously this game is played in San Jose, California at the SAP Center at San Jose. This is technically closer to Arizona than Purdue. Let's just be real. And obviously if Purdue were to win this game, the national championship would be in like it would be in like Indianapolis, Indiana. So they have that motivation going into this game. They want to be coming back because Purdue is from the state of Indiana. And obviously for both these squads, whatever you did right last game, you got to bring in this game. But whatever you did wrong last game, you got to correct, or else it might cost you in this type of game. I'm just saying, because you remember Purdue barely survived against 11 seed Texas last night. Obviously, you want to limit your foul trouble while getting them in foul trouble. I know there might be some questionable calls throughout the game sometimes, but you got to be a more mentally tougher team and make plays to win. Yeah, Purdue is in West Lafayette, Indiana. So they got that motivation going in this game. And you got to do this for your seniors. And surely you want to go to the Final Four in your last year. And obviously, even for those one-and-done types, potentially, for Arizona, they have that motivation as well. You got to hustle the other team. You got to make adjustments on the fly, both offensively and defensively, not just from first half to second half, but during those halves. And even overtime if needed. So you guys get the point. Another thing, of course, is you got to keep your composure in this type of game. The last thing you want is like a technical foul or a flagrant foul. I'm just telling the truth. On defense, you got to contain the shooters and contain the slashers. And you don't want to let them live at the free throw line and get chances to make free throws. I mean, unless you have to do that foul game stuff, but you get the point. You don't want to foul so much that you get into the bonus too early in this type of game. You got to limit the offensive rebounds as much as you can for the opponent. Because those second chance points could be the very difference in this game here, And same thing goes like limiting the points in the paint and transition points as well. It's easier to score in transition than in the half court. And obviously you want to limit your points out turnovers as much as you can. And you guys obviously slow down the best players and make them inefficient as much as you can. Well, you don't want to let like one player beat you in this type of game. And you got to shut down those role players as well. If you could slow down those best players enough and shut down everybody else, like I know it's earlier in the tournament, a different game, but Texas did the same thing to BYU. They shut down everyone else after they let AJ DeBonta go nuts on them. I'm just saying. And you got to cause some turnovers on defense. And another thing across the board, you got to take away the opposing fan base out of the game as much as you can while getting your fan base involved in the game. Too, that does make a difference when you play well and getting your fans involved and making the other fan base go silent. Obviously, on offense, you got to take care of the ball. You got to. Because the last thing you want to do is give extra possessions to the other team. You gotta have good shot selection, obviously, from the 3-point line or drive or mid-range. You gotta get some points in the paint, of course, whether it's a drive, pick and roll, or straight up post up. It doesn't really matter. If you do get to the free throw line, you got to make your free throws count. Because sometimes that could be the difference in ball games sometimes. And Purdue had a little bit of a hard time to putting Texas away on the free throw line. Remember that last game. It's obviously important to have your best players step up, but even your role players, because sometimes they are the unsung heroes to advancing further in the NCAA tournament. You got to get some offensive rebounds because the second chance points could be very well the difference in the game. You know that. And same thing goes for transition. So you guys get the point about this game. It's probably the best game of the day, to be honest. Because let's face it, Illinois and Iowa is another Big Ten rematch. It's not to say that won't be an interesting game, to say the least, because Illinois did defeat them earlier in conference. I just feel like this game needs more attention than another all Big Ten showdown that I kind of did with Iowa and Nebraska earlier this week. So that's kind of why I'm doing a 1 versus 2 matchup. And obviously it's a big stakes on the line for both of these schools here because look, Arizona's trying to go back to the Final Four for the first time since 2001. And it would be their 5th overall Final Four appearance. Now Purdue, obviously, they're looking for their 4th Final Four appearance and the first one since that runner-up finish in 2024. So, it's a lot to play for here. So, anyways, if you like this content, hit the like, subscribe button. See you guys later. On the road to 800 subscribers, of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 more. So, mind this course like video. Comment video really helps YouTube algorithm. Some more people see this channel. The video does help as well. So more people could watch. And if you're watching and not subscribe, hit subscribe button, hit the notification bell as well.